Hello all newcomers! I'm gonna try that one more time. Hello all newcomers and welcome back my fellow Eternians. As always, it's me, Emperor AP, and today we are going to be on another episode of AI Dungeon 2. That's right, AI Dungeon 2, if you don't know, is an advanced simulation software that is uses GPT-3 now, I believe, which is a predictive text modeling software that allows you to play text-based adventure games that you create or that are created for you by the AI. So what I'm using it to do is to simulate my micronation and go through the day-to-day of starting from scratch and building a micronation and trying to make that as realistic as possible and see what the AI does and how it develops and how accurately we can use this as micronationalists to predict the future of our nations and to understand and simulate different moves we make in order to grow and progress, and to see how well that works out in the simulation versus in real life. So first off, I'm getting us these jams, these lo-fi beats going on. You know it's Pink already. What's going on, FLD? He said he got the app and tried to make the Reich, almost worked. I'll try again. Yeah, absolutely. You should hit it up and let me know how you guys do with it. I'm gonna turn this down just a baby hair, or two. And then we're gonna get into this. Ooh, we're gonna play an AI Dungeon 2. Ooh, no. Alright, I'm gonna get this video and I'm gonna try and fix it up so we could post it in the Discord. Hey, this the third one, y'all know we gonna do it for sure. For sure. We're gonna kill it. You know we would come to your door with the AI 2. How are you? Ooh, it's TRC. Hi, bro. How are you? Ooh, hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting this good rest. Hope you're not getting sick to death, because we're trying to beat that COVID out here. Trying to do better. Come back this year. We're gonna kill it, man. You know what I fear? Not growing this micronation simulation. Ooh. I'm gonna post this in our Discord real quick, just so that everybody comes and hangs out with us. Oh shit, so fucking much. That's not what I wanted to do. Delete message. Delete. I'm trying to do this. There we go. We got 3 people watching us at least. I appreciate y'all. Control V. Let's see about that. There we go. Okay, cool. Playing AI Dungeon 2. You know how we do. Ooh, we got Bombi. How are y'all doing today? We got Gastanova. Hey, how you doing, Steven? Haven't talked to you in a little bit, but we need to talk soon so we can hash out some stuff for the nation. I'm just saying. Gonna be playing AI Dungeon 2. The last time that we ended AI Dungeon 2, we were trying to develop a relationship with a guy who we just met. We had like a weird like teenage drama thing happening where everyone was in like a love triangle or like a love octagon or some shit. Like every character that showed up was like, we're in a relationship, and I was like, I don't like this. So I abandoned everyone who was in my nation at that point because they were all like teenagers who were in love with everyone else and also hated everyone else. So we left that. That was crazy. Also, they had a town full of teenagers, apparently. I wonder if that's going to show back up. But what we're doing at this very moment, we found a guy. I'll go back a little bit to where we were at last time. Yeah, so we found Ben, who we figure out is Ben. You walk into town to search for a new potential citizen for Eternia. You walk along the streets of your hometown and spot a man in a corner drinking out of a bottle. Uh-oh, we got these ads. Y'all love ads. Okay, so I'm gonna skip it so we can get back to this pink, this solid pink. Y'all know how it is. Cool. So, also support Pink. He gives us the free for profits out here. He gives us the things that y'all like as far as music in the background. The thing with this is, we looked for a new citizen and we found a guy drinking out of a bottle, like hanging out on the side of a building. I assume drunk. So I like walk over to him and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's really confused. He's like, hey. I go, I'm Emperor AP, the leader of a brand new nation called Eternia. Would you like to become friends? This is like less time on the Empire of Eternia is a recap. So I end up like trying to join him and really get him to join me. So then the AI is just like, you bring him back to your house because that's what you did with everyone else. And I'm like, that's fair. And it says where you tell him about Eternia and the benefits of joining. He seems pretty interested, and when he leaves, he's a bit more talkative. And then this new guy, who we find out's name is Ben, says, I have to say, sir, you're very kind to me. I can't thank you enough. I was like, my pleasure. What do you think about Eternia? Uh, and he was like, I have a job. I work at the local inn as a punching bag. And I'm like, you're a boxer? And he's like, no, I just get beat up all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you won't have to fight anymore if you join the Empire of Eternia. And he's like, for real? And then the AI put, for your dedication and loyalty, of course. And he was like, I don't know what to say. And the guy's like, I don't know what to say. And then the AI put for me, you can't say anything. Say you're too happy instead. The AI was real aggressive with him in my place. And the guy goes, I'm too happy. Like, really concerned. And so I stare at him, nod and smile. He seems pretty sincere. And so it's like, well, you're hired. I'll be in touch with more details soon. All of that the AI put in. Where these little like arrows, these indentions are what I actually type in. The rest of it, every line after that is the AI. So I typed in, where can I find you when I need you? Because he's about to like walk out the door of my house. And he's like, I'm currently at your house. And I'm like, that's a very AI thing to say, but whatever. So then I said, wait, do you want to live here now then? And he was like, yes. I guess he's homeless. So I was like, okay, cool. You can live here starting now. And so I was like, what's your name? And he's like, Ben. It's like, well, Ben, this is your new room. You can decorate it how you like. There's always candles, though. I like to see a bright future. That's what the AI came up with. He's like, I want you to wear them. I want you to have them candles because you got a bright future, Ben. I believe in you, Ben. We're gonna make this whole nation, Ben. FLD said, what happened to Drew and them? Yeah, they were all in like a dumb love triangle thing and they all left. That's what happened to Drew and them. They were on a dumb love triangle thing. I actually left. They were like, I left them arguing. I was like, fine, I'm gonna go, figure stuff out. Because they ignore you. Like, when you go back up, let me go back up. It's a thing where, Hazel and I used to be together, all that. Then this character, Jake, shows up, and then leaves. It just goes, of course, says Jake, oh, I'm Hazel's ex. And so it was like, do you have a name I can call you by? It's Jake. And so then I was like, I thought Drew was Hazel's ex. And then it's like, he is. And then I was like, what's going on? And then it was all this stuff. And then they ignored me. So then the AI is like, you throw your hands up and head inside and say, okay, fine, I guess I'll have to do this myself. So then I'm like, okay, I guess I have to like find a new citizen. And that's what happens, is I end up finding Ben. So Ben starts living at my house. And so then I give him a room. You take Ben and show him his room. He says it's not bad, and he's looking at his new place. And it's like he didn't go overboard with the decoration. So then I go to my room and I go to sleep. I wake up. I get up to check on Ben. And then I'm like, I wonder if Ben's a murderer. Like, he's asleep right now. I was asleep. He didn't murder me. But just in case, I like don't want him to have like a gun and to be like, I got you, bitch. So just in case, I was like, this is fucked up. I'm gonna look in his little baggies. I'm gonna see what's going on. I wouldn't do this in real life, but I'm like, it's a game, whatever. I'll see if this guy's gonna execute me. So I was like, I looked into his stuff, and then it was like, you find a small silver ring that looks like it might be valuable. And I'm like, I'm not gonna steal his stuff, because the AI put in, you're trying to find something to steal. And I'm like, no, I'm not. So then I typed in, I want to leave his items alone and wake him up. So it says you leave his items alone and wake him up. And it says, hey, Ben, what's wrong? Wake up, Ben. Ben goes, hey, what's wrong? I say, good morning, nothing's wrong. I just wanted to get you up. He says, okay. And then it says, I steal the ring. It says you grab the ring and put it in your pocket. You don't want him to know you're trying to steal from him, but you figure he isn't going to miss it. And I'm like, no. I give him back the ring. It's like, you take the ring out of your pocket and give it back to him. He seems pretty happy about it. Thanks. I guess I lost it. And I was like, no problem, kid. I don't know why I called him a kid. I assume he's older than me. You walk with Ben out of your house. You walk outside with Ben. So that's where we're at now. I'm like, we need to find a way to recruit new citizens, Ben. We need more citizens. We need so many citizens. It's not even funny. Zane said, what game is this? This is AI Dungeon 2. It is a simulation-based software that you can play predictive. It's a simulation software that has a predictive text algorithm in it that you can use to play text adventure games. We are using it to simulate the Empire of Eternia. Um, James said, watching while doing homework. Hey, I appreciate you, James. I appreciate you, and I am glad that you were hanging out with us. James, are you a guy that we've done one of the interviews with? I'm not sure if you are. It looks like in your little icon, maybe you are, but I'm not certain. Hit us up in these comments, though. Let me know what y'all are doing. Let me know how y'all are digging this AI Dungeon 2 story, because we're going to keep going with it, and hopefully we can find some interesting insights into how AI Dungeon works, and also into how the Empire of Eternia and micronationalism are going to work, based around just seeing this and playing with it. Ah, shit. Ah, it's an ad. Okay, so we need to find a way to recruit more citizens, Ben, I said. And then I'm going to ask him, what do you think is the... do you have any ideas on how to do that? Boom. So now I gotta see what Ben says, see how we're gonna recruit more citizens. He says, yeah, we just need to advertise and be visible, you know, like the guards are doing. And I'm like, the guards? Now I'm confused. I hope it's not gonna be some dumb stuff. I hope it's really not gonna be some dumb stuff. Who are the guards? Because one of my big things that I've been adamant about this, sometimes the game just tries to take it into like a fantasy realm or like a horror realm, or like it'll just try and change the thing. That's why I think it was trying to push romance so hard in the beginning, is because it wanted to do like a teenage romance drama sort of story. So what we're hold up. James Coleman says, no, I am Emperor Republican. James, before you asked, the Republican part came from a MicroWiki Discord conversation. You never interviewed me. Oh, interesting. Well, I hope it goes well. And I am interested in your name, I guess. It seems cool. So he's like, the guards. And I'm like, who are the guards? I want the game to be as realistic and as close to a simulation of if you were trying to start a micronation in real life right now in the US, really anywhere, but I'm in the US, so that's what I'm modeling it after. And so whenever something dumb comes up, like sometimes it'll be like, you're in a fantasy world or whatever now, here's a goblin. And if that happens, I just delete it and backtrack. But other than that, I'm trying not to just remove stuff. So I want to do that. If the guards plotline gets to be ridiculous, then I'm going to back out until we get to something more realistic. The guards that stand outside the palace. Okay, nope. We're not doing the guards. Do you have any ideas on how to do that, Ben? With no guards. There's no guards. Hold up. I think someone suggested going to the local recruiter. I don't know how, though. Let's go ask them then. You go up to a few people around and ask how they can join. Hello. I guess I'm going to call out... I don't know. I'm going to do something right now. What do I do, though, is the real question. How am I going to actually get away with, like, finding someone... I think I don't just want to call out to people. I really want to find a way to talk to people such that we can find unique citizens who can help me. I think what I might do is I might hit up that shop owner. The shop owner from the bookstore, if you guys don't remember in our last live stream, he was a guy who ended up letting us who ended up making us a deal that if we could get him some games for his store, he would let us sell them there, and in fact would buy them from us to sell there. So that's a big idea that might make us some money and might help us along the way. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to go inside the house. You go inside your house. Okay. So now what are we doing? Quickly enter your house and sit down. You put your hands on your face and think to yourself, what have you gotten yourself into? I'm going to talk to Ben. Ben, we need to think of some game ideas we can make and sell to the bookstore. Any ideas? And I actually don't need quotes with that because it'll put the quotes itself. Yeah, what about Clue? What's that? You know, like Who Killed Mr. White? Is Clue already a game? Oh, I guess that's not an option. Yeah. After about half an hour, he speaks up. Yes, Ben. So that's weird. I imagine we sit there for half an hour, nobody's saying anything, and then Ben's like, I got some ideas. Do you play Monopoly? Yes. Well, how do you win? You collect all the properties and all the money in the bank. Are you suggesting we make our own version of Monopoly? Should we make our own version of Monopoly? We can call it property and treasure. Property and treasure. Property and treasure. That's not a great name, Ben. Ooh, hold up. Will Games said gaming. Will Games, we are gaming. Also, we're a micronational YouTube channel, so if you are interested in that, you should check us out. We're trying to create a real micronation, but today specifically we're trying to simulate a micronation to see if this software, AI Dungeon 2, can successfully and accurately simulate what it would be like in the real world to create a micronation. So we started from scratch with nobody. We went around, found people, had some losses, had some success, finally found Ben, and now we are trying to create games for the bookstore so that we can sell to the bookstore and make money. Are you proposing we make our own version of Monopoly? We can call it property and treasure. That's not a great name, Ben. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, what do I need to do? 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 What about Upstart Empire? It's a real game. You get all the money and build a kingdom. Then you become the emperor. Ooh, I just made a joke. The game made a joke for me and did it. I said, what's Upstart Empire? I said, what about Upstart Empire? He goes, what's that? I say, it's a real game. You get all the money and build up a kingdom, then you become the emperor. That just sounds like what I'm doing. The game's memeing on me. But what if we used that idea to create a Monopoly style board game? That's a good idea. The game sounded fun when you first thought of it. Maybe you could get the game published. Ben, I'm going to go ask dad for permission to make games. I'm gonna delete that part because I don't live with my dad. Currently I'm actually visiting, but that's here nor there. Get that game published. That's what the thing is saying. I'm actually going to take the game's thoughts out of it. So can you create several copies of the game so we can sell them to the... Can you create 10 copies? It's gonna probably take a while. Bookstore. 10 complete copies of the game so we can sell them to the bookstore. Boom. I'm tasking him with his first task. Let's see how well he does. This is kind of a hard thing. But how are we going to sell them? Leave that to me. Just make the games, please. Ben goes into his workshop. I guess that shit's in his room. It's a good thing you left the creation of these games to Ben. You suck at them. Ooh, shit, the game joked on me. The game said I suck at making these games. The game's like, you suck at making games. Ooh. AI Gender 2 shitting on me. Okay, hold up. Jungnam said, is this the continuation of last stream's roleplay? It sure is. It absolutely is. We are trying to simulate the Empire of Eternia and what it would be like if I just tried to start it, like, who am I going to find in real life? How am I going to go about this? That's what this is doing over here. Also, I just wanted to mention while we're on stream, we have 964 subscribers, which is insane. We have 37 days left to the end of the year, and we need 36 subscribers to hit 1,000. If you guys can help us get to that 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, that'll be insane. That'll be crazy. But also, it will mean that we can start doing bigger and better things on the channel. We might do a giveaway. We might do, I don't know, some sort of special content for the channel. I'm not certain yet, but if we can hit that 1,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year, we will do some big stuff, I guarantee it. So please, guys, help us to get to that. It means a lot, and we are going to continue to push forward through coming up with new ideas, new creative ways for you guys to be able to expand your own micronations, to get those ideas flowing, and everything like that. So the game just called me out for my inability to play games. Inability to make games, so we're going to jump back in it. Sorry about that. I accidentally exited out of it. I'm going to go check on Ben. Okay, you check on Ben. You see Ben fiddling with his device. Oh, hey, bud, you're using it, right? Yeah, I just need to charge it for a while. I guess like his phone. He begins to fiddle with it. Have you completed making those games? Yeah, all done. Great, let's go sell them. You leave Ben at the workshop and tell him to keep working on those games as you head to the bookstore. Take the games with me to the bookstore. 10 completed games with me to the bookstore. Cool. So we got some games. You walk to the store with all the games you made. We're going to have to buy a new till. We didn't expect these, the shopkeeper said. Well, I made them. You said you would buy games that we make to sell in the store, correct? Yeah, if you make them. These are the types of games I can make and sell, you say, handing him a copy of of Upstart Empire. Cool. So, what do you think of it? Ooh, let's see how he likes our games. The game? No, the idea. It sounds like a fighting game to me. What? Yes, the game. Think of the game. So what do you think of the board game? And then I'm going to hit enter so that it generates some stuff. Let's see what he says about this board game. It's a good idea. You take this as a yes and smile to yourself. Then we have a deal. Would you like all 10? All 10 at $10 a piece. At $10 per game. At $20 per game. Let's see how much this guy will do. That'll be $200 if he buys them. Yeah, sure, you can start making the games for me today. Just come back tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, great. We have the 10 games ready for you now. That will be $200 total. Let's see if this game can do math. Yeah, sure, I'll get to work on it. You quickly head out of the store and pass by 7 citizens who stopped to look at the games. Hey, are you a games maker? We are sure are a games maker. Hold up. I am the emperor. Am the emperor of a country, of a new country, which makes games. Yes. How can I help you? What games do you have? Show him one of the games you made. Upstart Empire. What do you think of it? We're getting these reviews. It's a good game. You give him a nod and go to the next citizen. This time, a family. Hello, folks. We have a new game from the Empire of Eternia called Upstart Empire. A new board game. Empire. Let's see what they're about. The parents of the family look at the board game with a frown and then at their children. It looks very complex, the father says. Have you played it? Ooh. I sure have. If you have played Monopoly, it is the same game mechanics, just with a micronational theme. Not complex at all. He gives you a cynical look. I guess we'll give it a go then. You buy the game from the family and bring it back to Ben. Ooh, wait, no, I don't buy the game from the... I'm going to edit that to see if they want to buy the game. So would you like to purchase a copy? Boo. Sure, you immediately get the family copy of the game, then head back home with your new game. Later that night, you fall asleep watching Empire Rising. Ooh, there's now like a TV series about micronationalism, I guess, or there's just a thing called Empire Rising. Will Game says, "Hey, this is really cool. Thank you for introducing me to AI Dungeons." No problem, Will Games. If you like our stuff, you should definitely subscribe. I appreciate it. About to hit up another free-for-profit beat by Pink. Hitting it all the way up. Ooh, ooh, I like these jammies. Ooh, ooh. We got the jammies. Ooh, ooh. We got these jammies. It's pajamas. Then we going into town like this bananas. Ooh, and we do it. Ooh, and we killing on the game like we driving. Yoo-hoo. Ooh, we killing it. Ooh, we getting it. Ooh, we playing AI Dungeon 2, we mixing it up. Ooh, this is Empire Rising. We get the Empire stack. We gonna do it like it's madness. We gonna do it like the captain. Drive this ship like a blacksmith. Build it up like anything you could ever want. Get it. We make steel, bro. We get hammers. We got bars for Ned Flanders. He gonna go to the church. Make that money, spend it on anything you want. Ooh, ooh. That's what he could flaunt. Ooh, ooh. We're playing Empire. We're playing AI Dungeon 2. My man fell asleep watching Empire Rising. Story. Get up and wake up and see if Ben has more copies of Upstart Empire made. You even go to Ben's workshop. You can stay asleep at this hour. You don't really understand, but you let it slip. Interesting. So now Ben has a workshop. I guess in his room. Collects the copies, look for how many new copies of so also we made $20 right now, which is crazy. So we made $20 from a game because we sold one to a family. The people at the shop agreed to buy $200 worth of our games, which is pretty crazy. So that's what's happening right now in the game. In AI Dungeon 2 right now, we have created the Empire of Eternia, founded it ourselves. We have one citizen right now, Ben, who actually lives with me in my home in the Empire of Eternia. And we are making and developing games to sell to local shops for people to buy. So that's something that's pretty crazy. We actually sold our first game earlier, and we have a deal with the bookstore to buy 10 games for $20 a game. That's $200 plus the $20 we just made buying, selling one to a family right on the street. Since we're down to 9 now, I'm going to go and see if he's made any more copies of Upstart Empire, so that way we can put that in our bag, or put it in our inventory, whatever, and go on to sell all 10 copies to the bookstore for $200. Empires he has. You find a small table with 4 boxes of the new games on them. You open the first one to find a new copy of Empire Rising, which you immediately take to the Empire Rising HQ. What? So he made a game based off of a movie, Empire Rising. Interesting. Okay, so first, I'm gonna put the game in my bag and go to the bookstore. You put the game in your bag and go to the bookstore. I don't feel like dealing with the Empire or whatever HQ. Head to the bookstore and find the owner who is reading a book. I'm going to say, hello, I have the copies of Upstart Empire you ordered here with me. That will be $200. Let's see what he says. Ooh. He looks at the bag and sees you have the games in it. Okay, you quickly head out of the store and on your way to your apartment. Okay, so we got them $200. I'm going to check how much money I have on me. Check how much money I have on me. You check how much money you have on you. You have $100 on you. You wonder whether you should treat yourself to dinner. That's not enough. That go back to the store. Bookstore. Yep. Because apparently I didn't actually give him the games. So the game like made me left. He looks at the bag, okay, no, I do not. I'm going to change that part. Because it keeps being like, okay, and then you head out of the store. He looks at him, and then he heads out of the store. So what I'm going to do is get this guy to pay me and give him the games. Take the $200 as payment and give the owner their games. Thanks, kid. You quickly head to your apartment and get ready for bed. As you lay in bed, you think about the day's events. Until now, you didn't realize how much work is actually involved. Yeah, it is, but we just made $200. So real quick, before I go to bed, check how much money I have. You check how much money you have. You have $200 on you. How much how much money have you? You decide to count your money. You got it from various sales at the store this week. I got it from one sale at the store this week. That's cool. I have $200. Finally, they actually paid me the full amount. Cool. So, now that I have the full amount of this money that I needed, I will collect that, and I'm going to use it to straight up pay for more stuff for the Empire. So this is about to get crazy. Alright, gonna start out with that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is some pink. Ooh, ooh. And we're killing it. Alright. So I've got some sales, and I've got some money. Now what should I do to get this sugar sweet like honey? I guess I should work on some things, buy some more stuff, to grow up a king, build a kingdom on it, from an apartment, from a house with some stars in it, looking at the sky, no roof there. Every day a new flare, brightness, shining light, kill it every day, singing through the night. And we getting this. Every day $1 paying rent successfully. No COVID tragedy. And we're going to the next masterpiece. We've been making games. It's a master plan like a master ball. Ooh, I was playing AI, Senjongyam. Jomangam. I declared house land independent. conquered my neighbor, killed the US president, bombed North Korea and the UK for some reason, all in AI. That shit's crazy, bro. But I'd say if you want to make it real effective, you should. Guess what you should do? Guess what you should do? You should do a thing that makes it realistic. If the game starts doing craziness, say stop your bullshit. Ooh, and make it force itself to think hard, make you think hard, work for wealth. Ooh, you could do it big. You could make it better. You could make house land some real cheddar. And the way to do it, I'm gonna tell you right now. Make that AI work for you. Get a simulation crew that's gonna be realistic. Make that stuff grow up. Use it to your advantage so you can make money. You got this, dude. I believe in you. Alright. Houseland, that definitely seems cool. I would recommend that you try to force the AI to do like realistic stuff. If you're just having fun with it, you just have fun. I stopped because I had to log in to continue. Yep. That's the thing. You do have to log in to continue, but it's like a free to use thing. It's not difficult. You just put in an email address. If you have a YouTube account, you should have an email address. So it doesn't seem like that crazy a thing. Like you could probably just do it. But yeah, I would recommend that you use Houseland if you're wanting to use this simulation to actually figure out how you're going to grow Houseland. I think it's a great back and forth tool. I think it's something that can really teach you a lot. And if you're nervous about something, if you're like, I want to try to figure out how it would work out if I did this for my micronation, try to do it in AI Dungeon. But make sure that if it gives you some crazy answer for that you correct it and you try and figure out how, why it's doing that. What I like to do is I go back, I try and fix the thing that I said, and then I re-enter it to see if it'll give me a different answer, a better answer. Also, the chat box thing is being weird, so I'm going to see if I can refresh it so that it actually starts working for us and does the chat box thingy. Because I want to see the chat come up. Refresh cache of current page. Let's do it. But yeah, we have 4 viewers. Thank you guys for popping in. John Yam said, I did that too. Interesting. So did you actually, well, first off, did you log in? 2, did you end up trying to do like realistic stuff? And if so, how did it work? Like, don't try and do like, I did some realistic stuff and then went into craziness. Try to like keep it consistent and realistic. That's what we're trying to do right now. So I got $200 on me. We made $200 for the Empire of Eternia. Go talk to Ben. I'm gonna go talk to Ben. It says you go talk to Ben. The next day you knock on Ben's door. Hey, it's open. You walk in and see Ben fast asleep. He stirs a bit when he sees you, but he keeps on sleeping. He said, hey, it's open. Ben, are you asleep? Did you say it's open? He said it was open. Ben stirs a bit more, finally opens his eyes to sit up. Yeah, I was up all night finishing the game. It's not released yet, so you better not tell anyone else. I won't. We are in this business together, Ben. Also, we made $200 in game sales yesterday. I'm hype about it. Ben smiles. I knew we would. Come on, let's check how much we made. You and Ben check the sales you have, and you have another big week of profit. I told him we made $200. So then What am I going to do? Give Ben $20. That's his share of it. Ben getting 20. I'm getting 20. Thanks, man, but you don't need to do that. I know I don't need the money that bad. Ben waves away your concern. Thanks, man, but you don't need to do that. I know I don't need the money that bad. Ben waves away your concern. And then I say, it's fine. Don't, and then he said, yeah, I say it's fine. Don't worry about it. Um, um, that is your share of the profits from the game sales. Ben smiles again and said, thanks, man. See you later. You wave goodbye and you head home. When you arrive home, you find a large box on your doorstep. Weird. Let's see what the large box is. Look inside the box. Even though I'm already home, I'm going to just see where it goes with this. You look inside the box. You open the box and find not an ordinary VHS tape. Weird. But a brand new DVD player. Ben, you didn't have to get me anything, really. Do examine the DVD player more. Examine the DVD player more. You turn the DVD player on and see a brand new DVD display pop out. Well, you got me something cool after. Well, you got me something cool after all. Interesting. Thank Ben, and I'm gonna say thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Now I think we should put the rest of our profits in a treasury for Eternia. I'm gonna see if Ben and I can keep making this money. Ben and I need to be making this money. Also, we have 5 viewers. Thank you guys so much. And if you are interested, you should definitely hit us up in these comments to let us know what you're up to. Let us know how everything's going. And also to let us know what you're thinking about AI Dungeon. I'm really liking AI Dungeon, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I'm not fully sure what's going on with our chat box right now. Our chat box should be working, but for whatever reason it's not. So we're going to try to fix that. But until we do, I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to be playing AI Dungeon 2. So he's doing some weird stuff. He said, great, you head to a local bank where you hand over the money you made from the sales of Upstart Empire and The Great Imp. Ooh, hold up. The Great Imp is a new game? What the fuck? So did Ben make money on a different game? Ben, I ain't know about all this, Ben. Ben making new games out here, making us profit on the side. I'm impressed. Ben working hard out of nowhere. Excuse me. Jama Gam said, I did that Houseland roleplay for fun. Just wanted to see how the US government would react. How did they react? It seems like you nuked people and attacked people. That's horrible. Don't start wars, Jama Gam. Don't start wars, Jama Gam. That's crazy. So we head to the local bank. What is this bank gonna tell us? That they hate us? Like, I don't know. Do we got too much money? You know what I mean? Hello, we would like to deposit this in an investment account. You tell the bank person that you like to put your money into an account that pays very high interest. You will get great interest, sir, and we have just started our new deal today. Fantastic. How much do we currently have in our investment account? Let's see how much money we got. The bank teller tells you have invested a total of $500 into the account. We can get a lot more money out of this account. I say, I guess, that we can, sir. Awesome. So they're hyped for me. All right. Perfect. Thank you very much. So I don't know what the fuck the Great Imp is, but apparently it does $100 better than Upstart Empire, because I only had $200 that I deposited. Ben apparently had $300 from sales of the Great Imp that he made. That's insane. I am blown away. I am blown away by what Ben is doing right now. He's killing the game. You're welcome, sir. You and Ben quickly leave the bank. Well, we have some research to do. Ooh, that's crazy. I guess I say we have some research to do. Go to find more citizens. Go with Ben to find more citizens. More potential citizens. For Eternia. Boop. You go with Ben to find more. You and Ben head to the local library to look up potential citizens that could be intrigued by your ideas. After an hour of searching, you find a mother and daughter reading a book together in a hardback chair. Ooh, this is a game. Okay. So this is going to be crazy because they're saying now we're going to approach Ben and I, a dude who was described as drinking on the side of a building and I think was homeless. Ben and I are about to go into now we're successful game makers. We're going to go into this place, go into a library, a quiet library, and convince a mother and her daughter who are reading to join our Micronation. This is really top tier, A+ difficulty, micronational shit. John My Gam said, I declared war on North Korea and the game made me declare war on the UK, so I nuked them. Then I had to log in, so I closed the tab. Fair enough. You should log in. It's a fun game. And all you have to do is put in an email address and a password. It's not that crazy a thing. And then you got to verify it by going into your email. But that's about it. It's a pretty fun game. Like, I think it's worth it. It's free, so it's not like you have to pay anything for it. And it's a great way to simulate things. I hope you had fun with the demo thing you did, though. It's pretty cool. Also, if someone else you know has AI Dungeon 2, you can actually get them to send you invites to games without signing in, and you should be able to play it with them for as long as you want. Well, for as long as they're in the game, I guess. So now we found a mother and a daughter reading a book together in a hardback chair. Hello, folks. Hello, ma'am. I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your... Ooh, no. I'm going to look at what she's reading. Book she is reading. You look at what book she's reading. It's a fantasy novel called The Dark Lord's Companion. Your eyes widen. You recognize this book as one that was found in the possession of your murdered friend David. Ooh, what? So it's like, by the way, your friend David was murdered. and the Dark Lord's companion was in his possession when this is about to become a drama. This is straight up about to become like a murder mystery drama, and I don't know that I'm having it. But I'm gonna see if this lady will join my empire, regardless of if she murdered my friend David. I kind of don't care that much about David. I care about my real friends named David, but not fantasy AI Dungeon 2 Davids. Yeah, I've read the previous message, John Megan. I recommend that you do end up logging into the game, though, and like signing in. I think it's a cool game, and I think you would enjoy yourself. I'm going to keep playing us some music while we chill. This game is getting crazy, actually. If you guys have some friends that you think might be interested in this, share this with them, because right now we have 3 viewers, I think, 2 or 3 viewers, and I feel like the people are missing out on this. This is getting crazy. So what we gotta try and do, I guess, is convince her to talk to us about the book, or to see if she'll join our mic. I guess I'm just gonna go straight into asking her. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I don't mean to intrude. Interrupt. But could we have a moment of your time? Excuse me, ma'am. So I say, excuse me, ma'am, I don't mean to interrupt, but could we have a moment of your time? The librarian raises an eyebrow. I'm sure you and, oh, the librarian raises an eyebrow. So off to the side, the librarian's like, what the fuck are you gonna do, y'all weirdos? The lady's like, sure. You haven't been approached the mother and daughter and asked them if they have ever heard of the Empire of Eternia. Ooh, we're getting it in. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? We are a we are a brand new nation that is being created locally and are looking for new citizens. Hey, the mother and daughter look up at you, and the daughter replies, that sounds very interesting. Where do I sign up? Ooh, the little girl's like, yeah, yes, Empire of Eternia. I would say, well, I gotta figure out how. It says they're in one chair. They're in one chair, in a hardback chair. They're reading it together. How old are, first, how old are you, ma'am? I'm 10 and my mother says I'm not allowed to sign up. Yeah, yes, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. We don't get many young people. Maybe you'll have better luck than your older brother. I'm very confused about that. In fact, I'm not going to have said that at all. I'm 10 and my mother says I'm not allowed to sign up. That makes 100% sense, actually. Because I was like, they're sitting in a chair reading together. She's got to be, like, young as fuck. It'd be interesting if she's like, I'm 36. But I had no idea. That's alright. What about you, ma'am? As her mother, are you interested in joining a new the Empire of Eternia? That's alright. What about you, ma'am? As her mother, are you interested in joining? The mother replies, well, I'm only 8, and as my daughter said, I'm not allowed to sign up. Impossible. The game's getting impossible. From here, said TBH, I was like, at first, but now I'm excited to see what happens next. Hey, I'm really glad, Gray. I'm so thrown. The daughter's older than the mom. Time travel. They're both young. They're both so young. I don't think biologically they can have kids. How is this happening? Bombs World says, I played and a classmate sent a bomb to my house to try and kill me. That makes a lot of sense, Broken's World. I just found a mom who's 8 and her daughter is 10. What? Also, I'm so confused. Earlier it said they were reading a book. These two children, whose one is a parent, the youngest one is a parent. What? I'm gonna try and redo that so it's not crazy. I just don't want it to be crazy. I gotta see what it says. The mother replies, well, I've always been somewhat interested in the idea of the Empire, but I'm not sure if my daughter is ready to make such a big decision yet. That's alright. Your daughter doesn't need to join. I don't... That's alright. Your daughter doesn't need to join for you to. If you believe it is a good idea for her to be a part of it later, that's more than welcome, but not needed now. She said, but if I join now, then it might encourage her to join more often. Agreed. But that would be in the future when she is, I understand your concern. As of now, do you think you would like to join on your own? Ooh. Now that got her attention. Hold up. I'm gonna change your to her because is confused. Hold up. So I said, I understand your concern. Now, as of now, do you think you would like to join your own? Now that got her attention. Wait, I could? She asked, and I said, of course. And then I tell her to write her name down on the list as your first potential citizen. If you sign up now, you'll be our first sign up of the day, and you'd be our second ever citizen. Let's see what she says. The mother and daughter think about it for a few minutes. Can I think about it? The daughter asks. Of course, you say. We'll be back to see you soon. The daughter's like, can I think about it? I'm 10. And I'm like, no, you're not a part of it. You're just not a part of it. The daughter keeps butting in. Get out of here, 10-year-old ass. Your mom's negative 12 years old. I'm so confused. Joe McGam says adoption. They were freaking... The mom was younger than the daughter. The daughter adopted the mom? What? How does an 8-year-old adopt a 10-year-old? What? Okay. In what world? We'll be back to see you soon. I'm gonna say keep looking in the library. Keep searching the library for potential citizens. Search the political science section of the library for potential citizens. You search the political science section of the library for potential citizens. Now I'm getting in depth. You look through the shelves filled with books until you find what you're looking at. The United States of America's own manifest for the new American nation states. You take out your notepad and start writing. I do not want that. Look for people in the political science section. You look for people in the political science section. You look through the shelves filled with books until you find what you're looking at. The United States manifest for the American states. Nope, that's not for the new American nation states. What? Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a real thing. We're going to Google it. I'm almost certain that's just not a real thing. And if it's not a real thing, y'all know what we're about to not do it. Manifest for new nation states. Nope, it's just talking about manifest destiny. Cool. So it just doesn't have that. That's interesting. Now we're gonna finish this game. And we're gonna not do any of that. We're not gonna do any of that. We're just not gonna do any of that. We're still gonna look for people in the political science section. Let's go. Hopefully it doesn't give us a book. Ooh. Adults. Adults my age. I am an adult. What are they talking about? Beats me. Ooh. What do you hear? They're talking about the forest, or rather what's in it. You walk over to the group and see what they're talking about. They found something in the forest? Ooh. Hey guys, what are you all talking about in the forest? Ooh, in the forest. One of the men who is wearing a knight's helmet and armor says, apparently we found something really weird in there. What kind of... I like your knight's armor. Are you a cosplayer? Or a LARPer? He laughs and says, I'm not either, I'm a botanist. Ah, they got the shit out of me. You look around and finally recognize the tree he's talking about. What did you find in the forest, Mr. Botanist? What kind of stuff's in the forest for a botanist? He got plants don't make no sense. Ooh, where's the trees talking about? Hold up. Broken World says the AI is pretty smart, but it can do things that make no sense at all. Agreed, you have to train it. That's the thing that I've been on. It'll start doing weird stuff. So what I do is I make sure that whatever it's doing, if I don't like it, if I feel like it's not accurate, I'll correct it. and then hopefully it gets like better and better about like learning those things and figuring them out. And kind of knowing what you want as well. The more world info you fill out, which I did as of last stream, helps it to remember what you want it to remember. And I can show that in the future. John Megam says AI is beautiful. I completely agree. It is beautiful. We're listening to some Free for Profit by Pink. If y'all like what we're listening to, you should definitely check them out. But we are jamming right now, trying to figure out. He looks up and down at you and says, "Well, we found a new kind of tree. What's so special about this tree? If it has magical powers, I'm done." He pauses in the lower bellows. Well, it's not like the other. It doesn't grow any sort of food or anything. There are trees that don't grow anything that's like edible. There are just trees that do. What do oak trees grow that's edible? You know what I mean? What about pine trees? They don't grow food. There are plenty of trees that don't grow food. What about redwoods? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Excuse me, y'all. I'm also eating dinner. Not all trees bear fruit, Mr. Botanist. You would think that you would know that. He gets really quiet. What the fuck? No, I'm dipping. I'm dipping out of this conversation. Not all trees bear fruit, Mr. Botanist. He gets really quiet and then whispers, it grows humans. The other men start laughing. Are you joking, you ask? He shakes his head. You and Ben are horrified. Do you do drugs? It sounds like there's a guy who's chilling in the library in knight's armor and everyone's making fun of him. No, he hisses. Then what is this? He looks around and whispers, we keep them in the base, in these. In the base? Look at what he is showing me. You look at what he's showing you. You are shown a giant hole in the ground with a strange metal door at the bottom of it. We're in the library. Is that where you keep them? He nods. That's awful. Stop doing drugs. And maybe you won't hallucinate as much. You have a creative imagination, Mr. Botanist. Would you care to put that to good use? I'm gonna hopefully sway the thing so it stops doing human trees. He pauses and then says quietly, I want to go in there. Are you on drugs? This is becoming difficult. I'm about to undo this whole arc. He puts his fingers to his lips and points into the forest. You and Ben look and see nothing but trees. All right, we get it. Do you want to join our nation, the Empire of Eternia? Come on, Mr. Botanist. What do you say? He nods slowly. Do you want to join? Yes. Well, then follow me. Lead Mr. Botanist and Ben back to your and Ben's house. You walk alongside Mr. Botanist. After a few minutes, you reach your house. Well, this is me, you say. This is where you live? Come to live, he asks. Yes. Yes. Follow me inside and Ben and I can tell. Yes. Ben and I live together here. He is a citizen. Yes. All citizen of the Empire of Eternia live here so far. Let's see what he says about that. You unlock the door and you and Ben let Mr. Bossness inside. You take him to your room, which is rather plain. Well, see you later. That's fair. My room's pretty plain. I haven't decorated for shit. Cool. So, what do I need to do then? Do you want to tell us about do you want to see the business we have been using to make money for our new nation? Eternia. He nods slowly. You take him to the front of your house, which currently has some tables set up with some stuff on them. We have been making board games to sell to the local shops, to the local bookstore, and the bookstore. We have made $500 so far. He looks around and says, board games, huh? Well, that's creative. You shrug and say, the Empire is somewhat rich. We have no shortage of materials. I'm like, we're balling. We're balling. You know us. The game's starting to actually pick it up. Ooh, hold up. Pillow Man's getting it. Pillow Man is absolutely getting it. I appreciate you, Pillow. We're about to get it. We're about to hit it up, Pillow. Hold up, Pillow. Pillow's coming in with, if you're woke, you're broke, and I tell you what, I'm both. But apparently in this game, I'm rich as all Gucci. So we're about to knock Pillow Man all the way out, and then we are going to be back at it. So give me 1 second to jump into that livey stream and throw my boy Pillow all the way to the roof. There we go. There's Pillow. Hey, Pillow. Put user in timeout. Bet. Okay, cool. Technology is amazing these days. Gonna be crazy in 50 years. I completely agree, Broken's World. I can't wait until we have like some really, really advanced simulations to play with. And as well, one of the things that's crazy about it is we can already do so much with the stuff that we have. For micronationalism, it is a great time to be alive. Broken's World, I got him, bro. Don't even worry. I knocked him out. 300 seconds. No. We gotta make it longer than 300 seconds. I mean, we'll start with 300 seconds, but Pillow probably gonna be having to be knocked out for 800 years. I don't know about all that. Sorry about that, guys, for the weird spammers. But you know that they like to get on OnlyFans. They be spamming every day, simping on the land. He's a pillow man. Sleeping with his pillow laid down, hit the sand. Ooh, Mr. Sandman, get some rest. You been sleeping on them all, you gonna be the best. Ooh, the Empire is somewhat rich. We have no shortage of materials, primarily craft materials, primarily paper and scissors and glue. We making a whole new world new. We making it, what you gonna do? Shoot us, we ain't gonna stop it. Yeah. We ain't gonna drop it. Film us with that camera. You know we gonna hype it. Okay, cool. So, so far we have another guy who's like, that's pretty cool. It seems like you're a creative person too. Would you want to help become a citizen and help us grow Eternia? Boom. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You explain that he can earn citizenship by giving his time to a government job such as recruitment, advertising, or landscaping. Ooh, shit! The AI is learning what a micronation is. Hold up. The AI is just learning exactly what a micronation is. To a government job such as recruitment, advertising, or landscaping. I'm gonna, sure, landscaping. Okay, whatever. That sounds fine. What do you think? Are you interested in becoming a citizen? He pauses and then nods slowly. Well, then follow me, you say as you walk out of your house. You show him around the rest of the village and explain what each building is for. We don't have a village yet. He pauses and then nods slowly. Very cool. Fantastic. So I guess he's, what do you think you'd want your role to be? What your job to be? What do you enjoy doing? Ooh, we got a whole bunch of new comments. We're about to hit up some more free-for-profit pink beats. Ooh, yeah, create a future as ads. 1000% ads. Cool. Produced by Pink every day, you guys know it. Ooh, Nate says, Mr. Hudak does not approve of AP. Broken's World says, any tips on getting your citizens more interested in voting? I have a few tips. First off, if you're a small micronation, you shouldn't be a democratic micronation. We have a video all about the situation. It explains the problems of holding a democratic micronation. It bogs down the thing in bureaucracy and stops you from getting on the elevation. You ain't gonna build it up. Why you getting stuck? Stuck up in the mud, that's some quicksand slowly gonna drag you down. Pull all your energy away and make you grow a frown. I'm talking get happy with it. Make an empire. Make a kingdom. Make an autocracy. Make a dictatorship. Make some communist rule that's basically just a dictatorship. But don't be a democracy. Because when you're small, it has no efficiency. It slows you down, it weighs you down, it breaks you down, and it doesn't do anything to help you. I want to help you. I want to get you in the screw like you. Ooh, hold up. I like this meme. Hold up. Nate Hudak said, your raps sound like a Hispanic woman yelling. I say hola on them. Ooh. I be dancing for some sopas on them. Ooh. I don't know what that is, but I know he's trolling on them. You. Got him. Yeah, no, so I really do think democratic micronations are hard to get started when you're small. I would recommend you, if you are going to be a democratic micronation, try not to really vote a whole bunch because people don't know what your nation is when you're small. You may have a few people who are dedicated, but you really have to be the driving force of your nation. When I first started into micronationalism, I started in my college a nation called Veritas. Veritas was a democratic nation, and a whole bunch of people joined it, but there was no real push. Whenever I tried to vote on things, whenever we tried to figure stuff out, it was hard because people just aren't dedicated. They don't know exactly what you are, and you have to prove that your thing is going to be successful before people really start investing in it. That's a hard thing to do, and it takes you putting in 110%. It takes you believing in what you want to do to get it done. It's not that democratic micronations can't work from the start. It's that it's incredibly, incredibly, incredibly hard, and most of the time you end up not being able to efficiently be democratic anyway, because you just have to make a ton of executive decisions to get the ball rolling on just about anything. So what I recommend is first stop worrying about people voting. Stop worrying about the number of people voting you're going to get, because people at the start aren't really caring about what happens, what the decisions are. They just want something to start happening. They want to see success because they want it to be something that changes their life. If they're investing in you, if they're investing their time, they want it to be something fun, they want it to be something enjoyable, and potentially they want it to be something that becomes a real nation. So if that's what you're pitching, if you're wanting to create a real nation, you have to first start doing things that will make people money, that will, get people excited, that will give them jobs, that will give them opportunity in a lot of different ways. And the first way to do that is by learning and understanding and building your nation. So don't try to worry about the democracy and the politics and the infighting of all that. Get your nation on track first. Broken's World says, Pillowman is my gay boyfriend. All right. Broken's World says, because he spammed a ton. No, he didn't. He didn't repeat texting. Pillowman are rare species. You're broken. What do you know? He sent 38 messages saying nearly the same thing. Nate says voting is the best thing to keep it going. I don't know about that. Republic of Lucian. Lucian, how are you? Broken's World said hi. Nate says, I bet you support Biden. Not gonna lie. Bombi said big brain. Bombi said, Nate, shh, shh, Nate, we're trying to watch the video. We're trying to watch the movie right now. We're trying to watch the movie that's coming out about the Empire of Eternia. You see the entire script right here. Dragon Ball Z Fire. It's given us some new ideas. That's one of the things that I'm really excited about, is that this stuff gives you ideas. It allowed me to start thinking about creating games, which is crazy. Like, we might create a board game for the Empire of Eternia. We might create a Micronational board game, all because it was suggested in this game. This is something that's really cool, and I think this is a resource. You were talking about, should you, be a democracy, and should you get all that started? The thing that I think you'll realize early on is that people will just kind of go along with what you want to do. If you hold a vote, people will do it, but they may not be super interested. Either that, or they're all going to be against each other, and it's just going to hold you down. What I recommend is you do things like this AI dungeon, where you have the opportunity to say, okay, let's simulate the things that I'm trying to do and see how well they work out. Of course, edit it and make sure that you understand, it has realistic responses to you, because sometimes it just won't. But when it does give you a realistic response, it may be something that you don't expect. So definitely make sure that what it is that you're doing is reasonable, and I think this is a great tool to start out with for figuring that out. But as well, make sure you're doing something first and foremost that benefits your nation based solely on the amount of success it gets you, the amount of traction that it gets you, and don't worry too much about being democratic right away, because it's just a hard thing to do. Not just for you. I'm not saying you shouldn't do the type of nation you want. I'm just saying it's hard to make something truly democratic in the beginning, no matter how much you want it to be, no matter how you call it democratic, because a lot of the time at the beginning of anything, you just have to make decisions on your own. Yeet Baby says, is your fridge raider working? Well, see, refrigerators are a difficult thing, because refrigerators, they come and steal things out of your fridge. And I tell you what, he's not working today because I have a lot of stuff in my fridge. If he was working, it's getting close to Thanksgiving, he might work on Black Friday. All my stuff's going to be gone out of my fridge. He's going to eat it, and then I'm going to be like, damn, my refrigerator was working today. So I better go get him and beat his ass and get my food back. Brookins World says, that is true. Voting usually does slow down everything. It's just difficult. If you have the opportunity where you're like, okay, I have this new nation and people are interested in it, assign them things. Don't worry about democracy of it. Definitely get their opinions. Definitely, the more they want to put into it and the more they want to input their ideas, go for it and support them, but you don't have to be a democracy to do right by people. You can 100% have a fair nation that listens to all its citizens because it's such a small nation without it being a democracy. So don't feel like you're obligated to start a democracy right away. And if you eventually do want a democracy when you get larger, you can always set up a constitution to do that in the future. But you shouldn't overstep your abilities right now. Work on what is important to grow your nation first. Worry about government type later. Republic of Lucian said, I'm good. This is Christmas Island Mapping. Oh, I'm glad to see you. And we are trying to get up in those subscribers. We have 37 days left in the year, and we have 36 subs that we need in order to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if we can get about a sub a day, we can blow all the way up and we can get to 1,000 subs. If we do that, we're going to be doing something big on the channel, I assure you all. Broken says, do you know any coding languages? So I had to, for my degree, learn a good bit of C programming. So I don't know, I'll tell you a good bit. I know some C programming. I know some basic C programming, and I know a little bit of HTML, the web-based coding, because I had to do that for my high school. So a little bit of HTML, a little bit of C programming. But honestly, for most projects, I would have to Google things. I can't just, pull up, what is it called, Visual Studio or whatever, and just start typing. It's going to be something where I have to work at it a little bit. Bombi says, LOL. Yeet Baby says, have a happy Thanksgiving though. Agreed, Yeet Baby. Agreed. You should also have a happy Thanksgiving. Also, Yeet Baby, if you're new to the channel, we are a micronation. This is the Empire of Eternia. We're trying to create a real country inside of the United States. We do a lot of stuff helping other micronations and supporting people and talking to them about it. As of right now, we are trying to simulate our micronation in AI Dungeon 2 just to see what would happen and to show people that there are tools that they can use to play out scenarios in which they start these nations and how that might work to get their ideas flowing. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's important for growing a micronation, and if you're interested in that, you should subscribe and you should join our Discord and everything like that, because we're trying to get to that thou, so we can make that money for the nation. Nate Hudak says, Empire of Eternia, you should pay your bills. Bombi said, there's so much put into your script. Agreed, thank you. It's not just me, it's the AI doing most of the work. I'm just responding to it, which is so cool about this AI. You can get so many ideas for your nation just by inputting and responding to what it says. It's crazy, and I'm about to jump back in. But, hold up, we got a whole bunch of new people. Nate, hello again. Anonymous says, well. Anonymous, this is very cool. I've never interacted with an anonymous group before. I know y'all like hunt hackers and shit, and y'all like do hacking to like take down different stuff. Tell me about yourself. How you doing? Anonymous, are you affiliated with the Anonymous? And also, if you are, you should subscribe, and you should tell every anonymer to subscribe. Squidward Community College says, I am from the Squidward Community College. We would like to make a Squidward micronation. Is there any videos you would recommend? Yes, we have a whole bunch of videos on our channel about making micronations. That is our entire channel. First off, I recommend you subscribe to our channel so that you figure out what videos we have. We have an economics series talking about how to make money with your micronation. We have a series talking about how to create states and territories for your micronation. We have videos talking about how to start a micronation from day one. It's our video all the way at the beginning of the channel. We have videos talking about the different types of micronations. We have videos talking about realist versus fantasy nations. Are you trying to make a legitimate country, or are you just trying to make like a club to hang out with your friends? There's all different types of stuff on our channel. Our entire channel is about how to make a micronation. So if you're interested in that, boop, subscribe, hit up our Discord where you can talk to other micronationalists. We even have a micronational map on our website where you can enter your micronation's name and information, contact information, and approximately where you are, and other nations can find you and hit you up for like alliances and stuff. We talk about alliances, we talk about micronational war. We have a ton of videos. Just check out our playlist, check out our videos, and please do subscribe. Anonymous says, do you remember the monarchy of Surveillia? Very briefly, I do. Can you remind me a little bit? Were you on our Discord? And also, is that you? Hobbs, Fan Studios from Anime Official Channel says, OMG, I'm Hobbies Fan from Discord. How are you? I'm great. How are you? It's good to see you. And definitely subscribble if you're not subscribbled. Rachel said, greetings, Rachel. It's good to see you. It's always good to see you, Rachel. I hope you're doing well. And we are playing AI Dungeon 2, where we're trying to simulate the Empire of Eternia. And if I just like walked out the door and decided I was going to try and start a micronation, instead of going on YouTube, if I just like walked out my door and was like, I'm going to find citizens, let's see how this goes, that's what I'm simulating. And it's going kind of well so far. It's pretty interesting. I guess in all senses and purposes winning, although it is a slow growth. Whenever you like try and make this thing be realistic to what that would be like, it is doing weird stuff. Like I'm getting some successes and some failures. Most people are like down for what I'm trying to do, but it's not easy. Like it takes a lot of convincing, and it's also something where some people are just like weirded out by it. So most of the time we can convince people and they're cool about it, but we'll see. Ooh, he's starting to think about his old hobbies. So we just got a new citizen. Potential citizen. We had an old citizen named Ben, who's been following me around and helping me grow the empire. We made $500 on making board games, which was super cool, and that Ben made. Now, we are about to... We are about to be getting into developing stuff for... We're about to be getting into trying to figure out who this new guy is, who was in like a suit of armor in the library when we found him. He was just dressed up in a suit of armor in the library. It's weird. Rachel said, I'm pretty good, thank you. I appreciate it, Rachel. Empire of Eternia said, is your brain working? Then you better go get it. I got him. I got Nate. Nate. He's gonna go skate. He's gonna go take himself a little break. Ooh, Nate. Anonymous said the monarchy of Servalia was a micronation located in Serbia. Their leader was on your lives in your Discord voice chats. That is awesome. Is he on our micronational map? I think I remember a micronation in Eastern Europe being on our micronational map. Potentially was them. But what about Servalia? Let me know. Yeet Baby says, are you real? Are any of us real is the question. I believe I'm real. I believe I am existing in a tangible reality because I can interact with it and because I can describe the physics of it. But honestly, a lot of people say that the universe is a simulation or potentially a hologram. It's like a projection of 4 dimensions onto like a 3 or 2 dimensional surface, from a 3 or 2 dimensional surface. So it really depends on your definition of real, I guess. Good question. So we're back at this game. They said, I said, what are your job? Like, what kind of job do you want to this new citizen? He was in a suit of armor in the library. He says he thinks for a moment and then starts to talk about his old hobbies. I'm gonna say I'm all ears. He says, well, when I was little, I really liked to role play, which makes sense because that makes sense from the suit of armor you are wearing. You will fit in well in Eternia. He grins and looks at you. Yeah, I used to roleplay as a knight. You still do, right? Like that just makes sense. I used to roleplay as a knight. Would you like to be a knight for real? He nods vigorously. You take him to your room where you change out of your work clothes and into armor and a sword. You show him a few basics and make a small praising compliment. He's happy. Comment. He's happy. So apparently, I have knight armor. I didn't even know that, but apparently my guy in this thing was also like a LARPer and has knight's armor, which is awesome. Um, Tell me your name, friend. Tell me your name, recruit. Sir Galahad. You nod and say, well, Galahad, I best be off. Seeing you soon, and as always, may Eternia always be with you. That's a weird religious thing, but I'll keep it, whatever. Um, Before I leave, would you like to become the leader of the Eternian, of the Knights of Eternia? You, your job, your job would consist of helping people in the community, representing Eternia, and finding us new citizens. And thank you. He smiles and thanks you. You hug him and say, you will make a fine leader, my friend. You begin to think about the next person to help you. Now, Sir Galahad, I need you to go into town and find us more potential citizens. When you find some, bring them back here. Ooh, hold up. You wave to him and rush off to the train yard. Apparently, I'm going to catch a train. It says, by the end of the week, you have your first recruits for the Empire of Eternia. Interesting. That's crazy. So we just got new citizens because he went and found it. Like, we were able to make it work. Hold up. Pillowman says, is Kosovo real? I'm from Chaz. Pillowmen are native to Chaz. This is interesting. So Anonymous said, the monarchy of Servalia was a micronation located in Serbia. The monarchy of Servalia is me. I'm bad. I'm back. I'm glad you're back, Servalia. I'm really glad. You have to tell us about what's happened. Also, are you still interested? Like, are you still the empire, the monarchy of Servalia, or are you just interested in micronationalism now? Because if so, you could potentially be our first Serbian citizen. And we would love to have you if you are interested. You seem like a creative person, and it would be cool to see what kind of videos you would make, or potentially what you would be interested in doing for the Empire of Eternia, because I think your perspective, being Serbian, would be a unique one for our nation. I think you could teach us a lot, potentially. Pillowman says, is Kosovo real? I think. Pillowman says, Kosovo is real. Anonymous says, depends. Yeet Baby says, are you worried the USA would invade you if y'all become too great? No, I don't think so, because we're peaceful. The Empire of Eternia does not support warfare. We made a whole video about why war is dumb. And so we're not really looking to grow militarily, we're looking to grow economically. And so what our desire is to get to a point where we are using the land of our host nation, the United States, and to eventually start to move off of that land and find either new land that we can use that will have less government oversight in another country, or potentially, and set up a deal with that country to do so, or we could even potentially we could even potentially create our own land out at sea, doing seasteading, or potentially even in space. You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunity. Some of it's definitely harder than others, but we will definitely be able to find a way to do so. Um, Pillowman says, LOL, I'm from Chaz. Pillowmen are native to Chaz. Pillowman, what is your wisdom? Pillowman says AP is autism. I mean, any of us could be on the spectrum. You feel me, fam? Pillowman says he wouldn't make it in Chaz. You're probably right, I wouldn't. Anonymous says, like that. Yeet Baby says Bush memories. George Bush memories. That's interesting. Pillowman says when the trees speak Chinook jargon. I don't know what that means, but okay. Broken's World says it would look pretty bad if the USA decided to invade a micronation. That's also true. I feel like if the USA attacked a micronation without like provocation, I feel like if a micronation attacks a macronation, they're just terrorists. Like they're not, or they're just criminals. You know what I mean? Like they're not like a. It's not like a war. You're just a criminal to that macronation. And so I don't support that at all. But if a macronation just randomly decided to attack a micronation because they felt like y'all are getting too much money, like too powerful or whatever, I feel like that would bring legitimacy to that micronation and it'd become a problem for the macronation. So I think they'll just ignore you. Like if you stop paying taxes or you do something illegal, they will consider you just a citizen of their nation and will charge you as such. But that's a whole nother thing. Yeet Baby says yes. Pillowman says remember Jonestown and remember Waco. Remember Chaz, soon remember Eternia. Damn, that's savage. You got the shit out of me. So I definitely think those are like crazy things. Jonestown was for sure just like a crazy suicide cult. Waco, I don't think was a suicide cult initially, but ended up becoming basically like just a shootout and like a kind of a terrorist thing. Like it was crazy. Chaz was more like a protest thing that became like an autonomous zone. I think in Chicago. But I don't think they like that ended in a gunfight. They more or less just like broke it up. Eternia is a thing that I'm just gonna carry on for the rest of my life. Again, peacefully. So it's a thing where I'm gonna try and make money. I'm gonna use that money to put toward Eternia. So I think it won't be remember Eternia. It'll be like there's Eternia. You know what I mean? It's over there. And it's some people who are trying to build companies and buy land and do things like that. I really want to create a good community. So hopefully it won't be Remember Eternia. Hopefully it'll be Eternia lives on, even if not through me, through other people. Oh, Seattle. Thank you, Pillowman. It was Seattle that Chaz was in. He's right. Or she's right. Well, it's a pillow man, but honestly, pillows, hard to determine the sex on a pillow. If he calls himself a pillow man, I support it. Broken's World says in Jonestown, the leader of the cult made everyone drink poison juice and then shot him. Like if they didn't, he just got, it was crazy. Broken's World says, I think 900 died. Agreed. It was a lot of people. It was a very large, like, death cult. Crazy. The guy I also heard was like on drugs constantly and was like not sleeping. And there was like he was just crazy. The guy who ran that just was like 10,000% crazy. And was like knowing what he was doing, you know what I mean? Like he was like going for it. That was like the attempt. And so it was kind of a messed up thing. But anyway, so we have new recruits for the Empire of Eternia. Talk to the, interview the new recruits. You interview the new recruits. I'm gonna see who these people are. You walk into the room where your new citizens are being held. They look scared and rather unhappy. You smile at them reassuringly. Ooh, did he kidnap people? Did he kidnap people? So, you all are interested in joining the Empire Eternia? Ooh, 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 ooh. They all nod eagerly, most of them smiling now. Oh, okay, maybe it was just like they've been waiting a minute. That's good. How do you feel about serving the Empire? You will be joining the ranks of the best in the world. Ooh, that's a great slogan. You will be joining the ranks of the best in the world. Join the Empire of Eternia. I love it. We can find you all jobs based on your personal passions and skill sets. We all work together to make Eternia work for us. Next. Let's say one of the new citizens says, I would like to work in construction. Another says, I would like to work with animals. I think I would be good at taking care of them. Ooh, a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Ooh. For construction, Ben runs a game making business where I am certain he will need help developing miniatures and realistic props. If you would be interested in starting with him. For animals, they think they would be good at taking care of them. Okay, so for animals, we don't have anything with animals right now. That's kind of different, Colt. We don't have any at the moment, but if you can come up with a plan to build a business based around that, I think we could invest in some. Boom. For construction, Ben runs a game-making business where I'm certain he will need help developing miniatures and realistic props, if you would be interested in starting with him. For animals, we don't have any at the moment, but if you can come up with a plan to build a business based around that, I think we could invest in some. They all look pretty happy with that plan. Excellent. You will meet Ben, and then we can get you all else you need. That's awesome. Nice. Okay, so can you tell me your names? Because I'm about to add all this to the world info. They tell you the names and you write them down. All right, you meet with Ben today, and then you can get to work right away. After the citizens leave, you notice an old man staring at you. How may I help you? So we have apparently a lot of citizens, and I don't know their names now. He chuckles and said, you just made a big mistake. What? Hold up. You look around and realize everyone in the room with you is armed to the teeth. Everyone but Ben and what's his name? Ben and Sir Galahad. Sir Galahad, leave or I'll call the police. The old man walked forward. You think just anyone can join the Emperor's New Order? You clearly have no idea who you're dealing with. I am the Emperor. He shakes his head and said, no, you're just some dumb kid who thought he could play with bigger people. Try to take a step forward, but feel a crossbow bolt and you're like, no, I don't like that. Okay. That's just not realistic. Okay? 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 I say, how may I help you? Boop. He gives you a smile and asks, are you the leader of this group? You see a man with a beard. He looks wrinkly. Yes, and who are you? Are you interested in joining? This man is hitting me up. He frowned and said, I am too old to start over again, and my son is already working with Ben. Oh, shit! I just wanted to see if there was anything here for me. You tell him the information he needs. Interesting. You're never too old to have fun. Just let me know what I can do for you, and I will make sure you and your son are happy here. Boop. Okay, cool. So we have 5 people viewing. I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Ooh, we have a whole bunch of stuff. So, Pillowman says, gotta love that poison juice. I just love that poison juice. That's crazy. Anonymous says, message redacted. Ooh, hold up. Anonymous says, I am still interested in micronationalism and being involved with Eternia. That's awesome. Okay, so first off, hit me up on Discord, please. Who are you on Discord? Yes, please hit me up on Discord, Surveillia. Anonymous, as you go by right now, if you will hit me up on Discord, we can most definitely talk about you becoming a citizen of the Empire of Eternia. I would really love that, and we are hoping to make our citizens money. We really are. We're hoping to get everybody jobs and have everything started well. One of the biggest ways is by creating content on this YouTube channel. Once we get monetized, that's an easy way for us to start monetizing people's content and paying them for that. So citizens make the most out of that deal, so definitely let me know and we will get you hooked up. Also, we just want people who are fun and creative and cool, so let me know. As well, ooh, hold up. Pillowman says, Eternia is for sure roleplay. In this, absolutely. In real life, no, we're trying to do legitimate stuff. You see us here talking to you. You see us getting on this micronational game. Nate says, hey, boss, AP dies, lol, they all kill AP. That's kind of what it seemed like they were doing. And I was like, I'll call the police. And then they shot me with crossbows. Broken's World says, this is weird. I agree. It was weird for a minute. I want it to be realistic, so I kind of just backed out. Rachel Veer says, LOL, this is amazing. I agree. This is very, very cool. We went from one citizen, Ben. First off, we had like a weird time trying to get citizens initially. We had like some teenagers who were like infighting. Then we ended up having Ben join us. Ben was cool. He helped us to start growing everything. We went to the library, looked for people, ended up finding Sir Galahad. We ended up using Sir Galahad as our new recruitment officer, basically, as a Knight of Eternia. So we got Sir Galahad to move forward from creating more citizenships for us, and now we had a whole bunch of citizens that we were working with. My nation's in the middle of roleplay and realistic. That's very interesting. Can you tell me a little bit about what the mix between roleplay and realistic is? I think the most important question there is, what are the realistic aspects? What do you hope to accomplish realistically for your nation? What do you hope ends up happening with it? Are you wanting to create an actual nation that is recognized? Or are you just wanting, the realistic part of it to be that you like have a flag and stuff? There's a large range of realism, I suppose, there. Or for a mix of realist and fantasy. But yeah, this is super cool. I feel like we are killing the game right now. Let me see. Ooh, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. I'm hype about it. Yeet Baby's killing it up. Pillowman says, are you real? Ooh, but now Yeet Baby is Pillowman. Everyone's Pillowman. This is crazy. I didn't know you could be triple Pillowman. I feel like 7 people in this chat are Pillowman right now. This is crazy. I'm not real, but I am real in a way, I guess. Ooh, I got sent a link. These are the questions. Let me hit us up with some more chill pink beats. Ooh, got some Logic beats. Ooh. Let's hit it up. Liddy. This is Liddy. It's so Liddy. We are playing this game and we're trying to start from the ground, build a city. Ooh. We're killing the game. Ooh. We're moving insane. Woo. We're dodging these lanes. Woo. We're swerving in lanes. Woo. We're getting the game. Woo. We're getting the game. Woo. We're going insane. Woo. Yeah. You're never too old to have fun. Just let me know what I can do for you, and I'll make sure that you and your son are happy here. The man laughs and thanks you. That is wonderful. I am glad to see that, and it's super cool to have like the community support. I think that's what I really want for the Empire of Eternia, is to just get community support. Hey. 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 I'm eating chicken right now. We have 6 viewers. Holy shit. I'm choking up. We had 2 viewers a second ago. Let me get back to this game now. Anonymous said he'll message me on Discord. He joined back to the server 5 minutes ago. I really appreciate it. Please do. If you private message me, I will hit you up about how to become a citizen. I'm looking for this message. I'm waiting for it now. I'm missing you, dude. Hit me up. Okay. So we are gonna jump back into this game right now. The thing that's been crazy about it so far is that like how quick it grew. We went from no citizens to 1 citizen to 2 citizens. Now we got a room full of citizens. Like so many it wouldn't tell me all their names. And now this old man. By the way, what is your name? No, what the fuck? He tells you and you write it down. What the fuck is his name? The next day you finally managed to get some work done without interruption. Alright, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna check on Ben. You check on Ben. What's Ben up to? You walk down the hallways of Ben's shop. The place is in the middle of renovations, which means you have even more space to work with. You step through the doorway to your right. Look for Ben. You look for Ben. You walk through the doorways to your right and find yourself in a game room. There's a large screen with a game on it. Aurloq is sitting in a chair watching the movie intently. Who the fuck is... Hello. Who are you? He turns to you. It looks like he's going to get up, but you wave him back down. Hello. Aurloq says. Are you a citizen of Eternia? I'm so confused. Who is Aurloq? Maybe that's that guy's son? I don't know. Did you make a wish on a quizzical star to become a citizen of Eternia? That is a stretch. I just met the man. What? I'm very confused about what he's trying to say there. He raises an eyebrow and says, yes, I suppose I am. You struggled to remember your conversation with Ben. Remember my conversation with Ben. You say, remember... Oh, wait, no. Hold up. Hold up. What are the Eternals? If it's some magical bullshit again, I'm done. Ooh, what? He says, oh, that was a group of friends who worked together while attending college. Of course, we all graduated. You notice a few scars on his arms. He continued. Please continue. One of the things he mentions is that Ben had originally planned to turn this abandoned building into a game room for him, but when he found out you were coming, he decided that since he couldn't have it all, he... Wait for ALAURLOQ to finish speaking. He smiles at you. So any questions before we start? Start what? He tells you to look around the room and describe anything that you find. He gives you a description of the various items in the room, tells you what they are, tells you what they are used for. What are these items used for? Suddenly, the old man presses something on a remote. The TV turns on. Well, you are a smart one. You figure it out. He says and leaves the room. Pick up remote. You pick up remote. You pick up the remote and turn the TV on. You flip through the channels until you find something that isn't too adult themed. It's all porn. Eventually you find a cartoon that is fairly kid-friendly. Why do I need something kid-friendly? This is weird. Pillowman says message redacted. Broken's World says someday there will be a game like this, but it's 3D and VR. I agree. I think there will eventually be a game that can just make whatever you want whenever you want. Looks like name exe failed to load. Exactly. I keep trying to hit people up about specific things. Like it'll be like, hey, here's a thing. And I'm like, cool, awesome. Tell me more about the thing. And then it's like, it's gone. It's gone forever. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. How to get it to like consistently start telling me the things that I want to know. Look around the room. The room itself is pretty bare, and it seems like a game room that has been abandoned for a while. There are several floor tiles missing in various places of the room. Play game. Leave the room to find Ben. Leave the room to find Ben. You walk around the building to find Ben. You come across his office. You rap on the door with your fist. Ben, it's noon. Are you ready to go, you ask? No response. Open the office door. You open the office door to see that Ben isn't there. Where you left him, he was finishing up some work. You notice a few papers with lists on them that have been scattered across the room. Read the lists. You read the lists. The first list is a list of TV shows and their ratings. The second has a list of games and their ratings as well. You stop at the top of the second list. Oh no! Oh god. I hope it didn't mess everything up. Okay, custom. Oop, whoop, 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 cool. search for finished board games. You search for finished board games. You have no idea what kind of experience Ben has with board games. You don't even play them, so you're at a bit of a disadvantage. No, Ben makes board games for us. That's weird. You start to search the office more when you notice the wall shelf full of board games. You start to look through them. Take them to sell to the bookstore. You take them to sell to the bookstore. Let's see what happens. You take all the games except for the Clue. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't give a shit about Clue. Also, Clue is not like a game we made. I'd just be selling them like copyrighted games, I guess. So what are we going to do? Take all the games except for Clue. Go to the bookstore to sell the games. You go to the bookstore to sell the games. You get in your car and drive to the closest game store. You look through all the games you have and find one that sits... No, what? I went to the bookstore. I went to the bookstore to sell the games because we have a deal with them. You decide to go back to the apartment to sell the games to the bookstore. You walk around campus to find a place. Eventually you decide a small bookstore on campus that has a used... Hold up. Nope. I'm going to the bookstore in town. The one that we know of. You head to the biggest bookstore in town and go to the games section. Find the manager. You find the manager. Manager looks like he isn't interested in games at all, but you don't know if you try you're never... But you know if you don't try you're never going to get a job. Hold up. Find the bookstore I sold games to previously. You find the bookstore you sold games to previously. There we go. Alright, you find the store and walk up to the counter. Hey, are you Mr. Reynolds? You ask the guy behind the counter. Yes, and who are you? I am the man who sold you the games for your store. I have more games for you to buy if you want them. Mr. Reynolds looked at you and said that he would be with you very shortly and mentioned you can go wait in his office. You sit down in the office and wait for him. About 10 minutes later, Mr. Reynolds comes out and says that he wants to see you again. That's very important. This sudden down good, you walk back to the game store with him. Nope, not a game store. Reynolds comes out with an armful of games. Are you ready to purchase the games I made for you? He says he will let you know if he needs them and tells you to go wait in his office again while he counts the money. You walk back to his office and sit down. Okay? About 5 minutes later, you hear him call your name. Yes, you respond. Well, I think you did a fine job in those games. I think my store would enjoy paying them. Let's get your name in lights, he exclaims with excitement. Perfect. How many games would you like to buy? I'd like to buy all of them, he exclaims. You laugh as you've never seen a store owner be this into games before. Alright then, I can do that for you. Bet. Would you be willing to start a subscription, essentially what I want to do, He's gonna buy all my games from me? He's gonna buy every single game from me? That's crazy. Broken's World says someday there will be a game like this in VR. Agreed. The thing I'm trying to figure out, which I'm kind of thrown by, he wants to buy all of the games now. So, if you want, we can set up a contract to supply your store with games to fully stock your store with games for $1 million a year. Would you like to set that up? Let's see what he says. The guy looks like he's going to pass out after hearing that number. How about half stocking for 500,000 a year? He's still in shock after you propose the full stock option. Okay. Perfect. So we will supply you with as many games as you need up to that will be $500,000. He takes out his checkbook and starts writing a check. Oh, and can you consider this my cut from the first game you buy? And you can consider this my cut from the first game you buy, which is customary. He says as he hands you the check. Perfect. Thank you. Leave the store. Thank Mr. Reynolds. How do you spell his name? Reynolds. And leave the store to go deposit your check in the bank. You think Mr. Reynolds will leave the store to go deposit your check in the bank. Half an hour later, you walk out of the bank with a fat stack of $100 bills. You take a taxi to Freddy's Comedy Club, which is where your early show is supposed to be. Nope. We're going to undo that entirely. Alright, so I'm going to walk back into the bank and deposit the $500,000 into our investment account. The Eternian investment account. Cool. Another day, another $10 million in the bank. You are now able to buy the store outright with this money. Once you own the store, you can change the name of it to your store. I don't want to buy the store. I have 10. Check how much money is in our investment account. You now have a cool $10 million in the bank. You quickly decide that you want to buy a ship so you can explore the galaxy. There are a few ways to do this. Hold the phone. We have $10 million now. That's crazy. We went from selling a few games. Hold up. Bombi says hi. Bombi says, yo, anonymous. Are you actually an anonymous person or what? Bombi says, anonymous and dangerous and shouldn't be allowed here, I feel like. Interesting. FLD says, I played the game and overthrew the government and now dating a reporter who interviewed me at the Capitol I overthrew. Nice. Is she the love of your life? Or is he the love of your life? These are the real questions, FLD. Who's the love of your life, FLD? Ooh, the Trump administration officially authorizes Biden transition. Ooh, Trump gave up. Trump gave up. Trump gave up, y'all. Trump gave up. Trump all the way gave up. Hold up. Trump all the way gave up. This is insane. FLD says she maybe. This is insane. Hold up. Guys, I'm going to probably go for now. Thank y'all all so much for supporting us, for helping the channel grow, and for watching. I really appreciate it. I love you guys so very much, and I can't wait until the next stream. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming for you. A lot of actually new content from other supporters of the empire, people who are either micronationalists themselves, who have their own micronations, or other citizens of the empire. So stay tuned for that. And with that, I will see you all soon. Thank you very much. And until next time, AI Dungeon 2, this way. AI Dungeon 2. Peace, guys. Oh, and anonymous. I gotta go back and look for your name. Surveillia, hit me up on Discord.